Welcome to the Advanced Form Submission tutorial. In this video, we will learn how to modify our forms to give website visitors the ability to submit information without being required to use their default email program. To do this, we will use a PHP form mailer script, which can be downloaded from the Procure Eminence website. In the first half of the video, we will prep our form in WebEasy, then modify the PHP form mailer script in the second half. Although we will be editing some PHP script, there is no programming knowledge required for this tutorial, so everyone will be able to utilize the advanced form submission. Let's get started by opening WebEasy and go to the page that contains our contact form. In order to prep the form for our PHP script, we will need to open the file inspector. To do this, simply press Ctrl K. Now let's select one of the input fields, go to the Properties tab, and the attribute we will be working with is called HTML name. With this attribute, we can assign a unique name to each of our input fields. These names will allow the PHP script to retrieve the information contained within the input fields as soon as viewer clicks the Submit button. There are three things to remember when it comes to naming an input field. Number 1, do not use any spaces when creating a name. Number 2, names are case sensitive in the PHP script. For example, if we name an input field as appointment date with a capital A and capital D in the WebEasy program, then we will need to remember that when we go to edit the PHP script. If we forget and type appointment date with all lowercase letters into the PHP script, this input field will not be processed and we will not receive this information in our email. Number 3, do not use the same name twice, with the exception of radio buttons. When two input fields have the same name, the second input field will overwrite the information contained within the first input field, which is an undesired result in most cases. However, a group of radio buttons must have the same name because the name is what ties them together and only allows one option to be selected. With that being said, we can edit the HTML name of an input field by placing the input field in object mode. Then double-click on the value column next to the HTML name attribute. Now we can type in a name of our choice. For example, we can label the name input field as name because it clearly describes the type of information being collected. Technically, we can name the input field anything we want, but when we use a name relative to the information we are collecting, it makes the PHP script editing that much easier in the long run. Now we can type in email for the email input field and country for the country input field. Next, we will name the two radio buttons the same. Let's keep it simple and name them both gender. Let's go ahead and name the last two input fields. There is one final thing we need to change, and it is known as the form action. To change the form action, we will first need to place the form container in object mode. Then go over to the Properties tab and find the attribute named HTML action. We will double-click on the value column and delete the current content. Then we will type in /formmailer.php, then click OK. At this point, we are ready to begin editing the form mailer script. Please do not upload the new version of the form to the server until we have finished editing the PHP script.